Hey there, Corporate Misfits. Brittany Darrington here, and welcome to episode 33 of the Corporate Misfit podcast. I am so excited to talk about today's Wednesday strategy session because I'm going to piggyback off of episode 29, where I talked about the number one mindset strategy that you need in order for you to win in entrepreneurship. Now, I talked about what you need, but I today want to talk about the habits to help you actually implement this mindset so that you can actually reach where it is you want to go. And it's one thing to talk about, go after your dreams, live your best life, and pursue things. It's another thing to actually implement the strategies and the habits to help you get there. And so that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today on this Misfit Mindset session. So get ready because we're about to dive right in.
You're listening to the Corporate Misfit podcast with Brittany Darrington, where female entrepreneurs can get powerful tips and advice on how to start, launch, and grow their business.
So being an entrepreneur is the American dream. It's all about defining your own success, paving your way, and living life the way that you want. Many of us walk out of stable and comfortable jobs because we no longer want to be in the rat race and we want to be able to pursue our dreams. And we might not have been able to do that at the company we were working for. So though this seems like the dream, sometimes there are days where you want to give up, where you're not motivated, where you want to say, I quit. Maybe you're a new entrepreneur struggling to stay focused and organized, or maybe you've been doing this thing for a while, but you've hit some bumps in the road. Either way, as entrepreneurs, it's very easy to lose motivation. You have to have so much self-motivation within that sometimes you want somebody who's going to support you, be your cheerleader, motivate you, build you back up. But in order for you to be able to get to where you want to go, in order for you not to give up, in order for you to continue down your path, you need to start to instill some habits to help you get there, especially when you start facing moments where you want to give up, you don't want to do this anymore, and you need to pick yourself back up along the way. So to help avoid giving up, burnout, and overwhelm, I'm going to break down 5 practices that I do within my business and within my life so that I can get back up, because I face this all the time. I face moments of wanting to give up. I face hard times. And in entrepreneurship, sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this? Well, I'm going to share with you exactly what I do so you can implement these strategies and see if they work for you. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to revisit your purpose. It's important to consistently revisit the reason why you started your business. And I want you to make sure that it's still in alignment of what you want for your life. And then from there, I want you to decide if it's needing to be altered or if you need to amend some of your decisions and the path that you're going on within your business so that you can get into alignment with where you want to go. So it's going to require you to take some time to reflect on the reasons why you are building your business. And also, it's also going to help you to get very clear on if you're in alignment with the things that you're currently doing. Are your tasks and activities helping you to move forward and get closer to your dreams? Or is it causing a lot of stress, overwhelm, burnout, frustration, irritation? What is coming about as you're building your business? So remember, if you have a strong why, I want you to remember why you started. But if for any reason you find yourself wanting to give up, I want you to just go back to revisiting your why. And if you don't have a why, you need to be very clear on why you were starting a business, why you were doing this, why you decided to be able to help others, why you want to create this product or service. Because if you aren't clear on this one thing, I promise you, when the going gets tough, you are going to be quick to give up. So you need to be very clear on your why so it can help you to push through a lot of the uphill moments that you are going to face in entrepreneurship. Now, the second thing I want you to do, if you start to feel like, I just don't have the motivation, or I don't want to do this, or why am I doing this? I want you to do something every day that moves you forward. So one of the frustrations that many entrepreneurs have is that they feel like they are not moving forward. They feel stagnant and they feel like things are just not moving and flowing for them. I want you to remember that Rome was not built in a day. So just make sure that you're at least doing one thing every single day that moves you closer to your goals. It will give you the feeling of accomplishment when the going gets tough. And as I mentioned in episode 29 of the Corporate Misfit podcast, I talked about you have to just get up and start walking to Cleveland each and every day. And it's a method and a statement that Seth Godin used on the walk to Cleveland. And so you have to get up and just know that every day is taking you closer if you are taking action and you are moving forward one step at a time. The third thing I want you to do to help you gain that motivation back is to spend time learning from other entrepreneurs. This is not to say that you need to copy what others are doing, but simply get a sense of what keeps them going, what keeps them motivated, and share some ideas. It can help you feel like you're on the right track with support from other like-minded individuals that might have similar goals. And also too, they can share with you how they have picked their self back up after some dips in the road that they have faced. I know for me, whenever I take time to engage with like-minded entrepreneurs who might have experienced some bumps in the roads that I have experienced, I find that seeing it through their perspective on how they picked themselves back up and how they pushed forward and did it anyway really motivates me and gets me back up. And I always say, if they could do it, I can do it too. So take that time to go and mingle and chat with other entrepreneurs and share your vulnerability and share some of the things that you're facing so that they can be open and also share their vulnerability back with you and share how they overcame maybe some similar situations. The fourth thing I want you to do is take regular breaks. So launching a new business is just like getting on the highway and putting your pedal to the metal. You don't stop occasionally. You're running, going and going and going, and eventually you're going to run out of gas and you're going to burn out your engine. So it's really important for you to take some time to take a break. So if you just launched your business, I want you to schedule time such as maybe on a weekend or maybe a couple hours out of your day to where you take a break from your business. If you are not taking a break from your business, if you're unable to disconnect because you feel like the business cannot thrive without you and that you need to be moving 24/7, you are not setting yourself up for success. You're actually setting yourself up for failure. If you don't take breaks, it's going to be hard to push yourself to be your best. And eventually, you are going to find yourself running into burnout and overwhelm. When you are nourishing your mind, your body, and your soul, you refill your own wellspring of motivation. So I want you to take breaks and I want you to schedule that in every single week. The fifth thing I want you to do if you're feeling like you lost your motivation is to write down no more than 5 things to do each day. So some of us have outrageous to-do lists. Like we have like 10 plus things on our to-do list every single day, and it can cause you to feel overwhelmed. And if you have a limited time of getting things done, then you're ultimately not going to be able to reach your goals because you're always going to have this like outstanding to-do list. So I want you to take some time and I want you to identify what are your primary goals for the day. And I want you to narrow those primary goals down to 5 things that you need to accomplish for the day. Over time, I have now limited my goals and the things that I put on my to-do list down to about 2 to 3 things because I have found myself being overwhelmed. And I also found that some of the tasks that I was putting on my to-do list really takes longer than just an hour or 2 hours. Sometimes they're a full day's work. And so I need to be able to properly schedule that out so I don't start to feel that overwhelm or lose my motivation in what it is I'm doing, especially when you see yourself not achieving the goals that you want. Now, if you are struggling with your to-do list and you're not sure what to be putting on your to-do list, you're finding that you're putting way too many things and you don't have that much time to get things done, then I definitely want you to check out my time blocking episode. I'll make sure to leave it in the show notes so that you can go and check it out because time blocking will ultimately help you to identify how many things you need to have on your to-do list. Again, as I mentioned, I keep my to-do list under 5, and I just recently started moving my to-do list down to 2 to 3 things per day. So life is a journey, and so is entrepreneurship. The challenges that we face as entrepreneurs only serve us to make us stronger and better and able to handle the storms that we face on the sea of entrepreneurship. So everyone experiences a lack of motivation from time to time. So I want you to know that you're not alone if you're feeling that lack of motivation, or if you want to give up and you're like, why am I doing this whole entrepreneurial thing? But knowing how to pick yourself back up can make all the difference in your success. Because as I mentioned in episode 29, that you are usually one step away or one hit away from actually scoring the diamonds. In order for you to reach those diamonds, in order for you to succeed, and in order for you to reap the benefits of your hard work and labor, it requires you to keep starting and keep going, and you need to be able to have the habits that can help pick you back up along the way. So remember, the payoff is incredible in the world of entrepreneurship, especially depending on what your dreams are and what you're looking to manifest. It could be the biggest gamble of your life, but when it pays off huge. So don't quit, don't give up, and just know that if you can implement these habits and these strategies that I have shared today, that you will be able to keep going even when the going gets tough, because you know your why, you're able to connect with like-minded individuals, you're going to make a to-do list that's not all over the place and crazy, you're going to take time to take breaks, and you're also going to do things one day at a time that move you forward. All right, corporate misfits. Well, I want to connect with you. So in the comment section, I want to know, how do you stay motivated on a daily basis? So if you can leave a comment, I would love to connect. Also, screenshot this if you are listening to this episode and share it with me on Instagram. I would love to connect with you, get to know you better, and help you build a business doing what you love. Okay there, corporate misfits. Well, I can't wait to connect with you on our upcoming episode, which is our Friday feature, where we connect with like-minded female entrepreneurs who share how they left their 9-to-5 to start their own business.
If you've enjoyed today's episode of the Corporate Misfit Podcast, we invite you to check out the Corporate Misfit Club. The Corporate Misfit Club is the essential resource for female entrepreneurs who are looking to start or grow a business they actually love. Whether you are a seasoned entrepreneur in your startup phase or simply thinking about taking the leap into entrepreneurship, we've got your back, girl. With our extensive course library, monthly training, exclusive members-only discount perks, and unlimited tools. We also have a supportive community of women where our members share stories, experiences, their wins, and business tips. The Corporate Misfit Club is the perfect place to be to start, launch, or grow a business. So check it out at corporatemisfitclub.com.